Welcome! Today we'll be making paper pots. The supplies you'll need are simple things you can find around the house. You'll need to start with some sort of a device to spread your paste. A popsicle stick will do. I'm using an old emery board here. You'll need a small container to hold your paste, along with the paste itself, which is simply white flour with warm water added to it and mixed until it's this gooey consistency. You'll need a can. This is just a vegetable can I got from the cupboard. You can get a different size can, smaller or larger depending on your project. Some sort of a tool to cut the newspaper. This is a letter opener with a serrated edge. You could use a knife or scissors. And newspaper. Old newspaper is what I'm using here. This is a local paper, and we'll be recycling it. Step 1 is to mix your glue. This is a paste made of flour and water. I just put a handful of flour in, added some warm water till I got this consistency, and that's all there is to it. Very simple. Step 2 is to prepare your newspaper. This is a little advertisement, little local paper. You could use full-size newspaper if you want, but the idea is to fold it in half and then fold it in half again. This tool here is a letter opener with a serrated edge. You could use any cutting instrument, scissors or knife. Just be careful when you're cutting. Cut like so all the way down the fold. It doesn't have to be neat or tidy. You can do several layers at once, and that way make several strips at one time. We're just doing one now as an example. You should end up with a strip of newspaper roughly this size. I don't find that you need to be too terribly accurate. Just make sure that it's wide and long enough to wrap around the container you'll be using to make your pots. Next, we'll be actually making the pots. What you do is you take a can. This is a vegetable can. Any old can will do. You can pick larger or smaller cans depending on what you have in mind for your project. Smaller cans such as tomato paste could be for smaller seedlings that maybe won't stay in their pots as long. I've chosen a little larger can because I'd like to plant tomatoes, and I think that they're going to need to stay in the pot a little bit longer, so I want to give them a little more room. So this is the regular size can I've chosen. You place the can approximately 3/4 of the way down on the newspaper so that you're leaving a little rim, and you leave, well, we'll do it this way. You'll leave plenty of space at the bottom where you'll be wrapping up. It needs to be at least long enough to go halfway across the can, so that when you roll it you can tuck the sides in and they'll make a complete bottom. So place the can on the strip of newspaper, and with one side you simply roll it up. Before you get to the end of the newspaper, take a small amount of your paste, dab a little on, and continue to roll. Pressing down a little to make the paste adhere, and you'll see that it adheres nicely, moistens the paper. Then you flip the can over and you tuck it in as if you were wrapping a present. Put a little bit, dab of paste, make a fold, dab of paste, make a fold, dab of paste, make a fold. Doesn't have to be pretty, just smash it down and it'll stick pretty well with the glue. I tamp it down by flipping the can over and then just gently ease it off. Once you begin making your pots, it doesn't take long to make many of them. When you're done, you can see that your pots will look like this. Just set them somewhere to dry so the glue can set, and then you'll be ready to plant seedlings.